You know our philosophy on flat tops. Okay, good. Now, you know our philosophy on flat tops and flat bottoms and all that stuff, right? All good. Now, this is the break and retest right here. It retested the 3 buy-up candles after the 3 sell candles right there, right? So that's, it broke for the sell. Fooled you, broke for the buy. Fooled you again. Now it really wants to sell. Why? Because my 3 fingers are there. Okay, so now it's at the top of my RSI. It's riding my 50. Now I need it to crash through my 50. So I might not even buy that first candle because I want to see it go through that first 50 and set up. What do you say, Dr. LA? It sets up on the other side. So if it opens on the other side of the 50, we know it's going through the 3 fingers. Okay. Also, it's going to go to the bottom of the RSI. Why do you guys think I mark my RSI with a line? You know, you always see me do that. I mark my RSI highs and lows because you may think it's just going to hit 80-20. I'm thinking it's going to hit 15 or 7. Right? Because look at the bottom, look at the far left where it went white, deep in the white. Right there. Mark that with a horizontal. Mark that with a horizontal line. 15.79. Okay, so when it's filling itself, it's going to drop that low. When I say filling itself, look at the strong sell candles that gave you the indicators that this sucker's going to bottom out. And that's not even bottom. Minimize your screen for me, Dr. LA. I want to show you a real bottom. That's a fake bottom.
When you say minimize it? Oh, you mean like find a low down here?
There we go. I keep hitting that. Y'all see that? See how many times it hit that?
Yeah.
Okay. So for gold, this is a real bottom. That's a real bottom out. Why? Because it did it consecutively. Right? That's a real bottom out. So look at the formation of the candles and you'll see how much is bottoming out. Okay. Why didn't I do the sell? Break and retest. I'm telling you, the 50 is what matters. It did not set up on the other side. I'm not in a sale yet. We got 3 candles forming. There it is again. So you had to break, retest, okay? And now what are we doing? We're waiting now because it can do anything at this point. It can go above the 50 and go into a sky high, which is 7807. Why is 7807 my high? Because go left again, Dr. LA, mark the RSI for the white high. Right
This
there.
one?
Yep. That should be about 7807 or so.
Yeah.
About that, somewhere in there. I mean, it's close. So
okay, let's pause
15.
right quick. Are you guys able to follow this? Do you have any questions so far? Brother Isaiah, are you there? I'm assuming that you're not there.
I'm good so far.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Are you able to follow along? Chef is explaining the 3 finger strategy that you can use with the 50, 200, and the 800, which are these 3 lines, and he's explaining what break and retest is. This is pretty good. We made some money this morning using this as well. But if you guys don't ask your questions, then we don't know, okay? We want to make sure you know. Good morning, those of you who haven't had a chance to say hi to.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. It's your boy.
Good morning. Good morning.
So hope you guys are getting this. You know, I get excited when I get to teach because that's my thing. Coming from the military, being an instructor all the time. Yeah, I love teaching and I love the art of learning. So this is where we are, right? So it went through. Let's go to the strong sale, Dr. LA. You see that strong
this
sale
one right here?
Right? Yes. So it already went through the 3 fingers, guys, right? Sometimes it'll keep doing it. It did it to the left again with a strong sale. Right there where that strong sale is, it went through the 3 fingers. Under the word, right there, yep. It did it again right there, right? So go to the right. I want to show you a beautiful break and retest. Go to the right.
Right. This right? That's the other right.
Other way. Yeah, right here, right here. Go left of that. Go left of that. Right there. All right, so we were in a buy momentum. RSI was not at a high, but it was playing with the 50. It made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sell candles, then 2 dojis in that move, right?
Mhm.
The break were the 2 buy candles. That's break. The 2 green buy candles right there.
Right
boom, boom.
here.
Yep, break.
Yeah.
And it retested the 50. That's what a break and retest is. It looked like it was selling. It hit the 50. It broke, and then it retested the 50 and went for a heck of a sale. It went for a serious dive, right? So I want you to make sure you pay attention to patterns. Now let's go where we are
Now, I want to pause
Okay.
with break and retest, because I thought with a break and the retest, and it could be saying the same thing, that you're it's a break in the structure, right? So if the market is buying, it should be breaking and going the opposite direction for a sale, and then to retest it to see if it's going to keep buying or if it's going to break down and continue to sell, right?
Yeah, you said the same thing it did. Look at it. The market was in a sale, right?
Yep, selling,
boom.
Right?
It's chilled out and said, oh, I'm breaking for a buy. That's a break.
Okay.
It said, oh no, I didn't really mean to buy. I'm retesting where I was going to begin with.
Gotcha.
That's
I'm
the break
retesting
and
me, and I'm gonna
retest.
try to push through. I'm gonna try to push through again because it's like a fight. Yep, got it.
So it's fighting a sale right now. It's fighting to hit the 50. Look at it. Look left and look at how many red wicks hit the 50 before it actually did it. Look to the left.
Right. Trying to break.
Keep going. Keep going
Okay.
right there. Boom.
Right here.
That's the first test of the 50. Go to the next one. To the right.
To the right. Right here.
That's the second test. Nope. Right here. That red wick. Nope. Next to that one. Right there. Right. The next one.
Yeah.
No. To the left. The one is actually touching the 50.
This red is these two.
Now the other one ain't touching the 50. It almost did. The first one did.
Right. This one right here.
That's your second test. Then it broke again for the buy.
Yeah.
Then it dojied and came back down, and it tested it again. It said, oh, but it didn't open on the other side. Now it broke again for a buy, 2 candles. Retested, and what do we always say about it opening on the other side? 1, 2, the third candle opened on the other side of the 50 and crashed. You see that?
Yeah.
1, 2, and the third candle was the one. That's my entry.
Okay. I got it.
Got it?
Spill and talk about this too. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Now let's keep going. Let's go to where your red arrow is now. The big red arrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're consolidating, guys, on her line. We're consolidating on the black line. That's not a buy. That's not a sell. That's an indecisive move. Why? Because it's playing on the 50 on both ends. What is it doing again? We got a wick that went through the 50. We got another wick that went through the 50, but did it break and open on the other side? No, it did not. We're waiting on this candle we're sitting on right now to open on the other side of the 50 to give us our sale down to the blue.
I get it.
Okay.
So Sunshine, your face is looking.
See that? See? That's why I'm trying to tell you. That candle opened up on the upside of the 50. So it ain't ready for a full sale yet. It's not ready. It's got to open on the other side. Right now it's consolidating. It ain't doing nothing special. So when that sucker opens on the other side of the 50, and we know it's going to sell for a little bit. Why? Because my 3 lines are below it. There's nothing above it. I like when Sunshine says there's nothing to stop it. Right? There's nothing holding it back. So right now it can buy all the way up to 1812, or at least if you got your Fibonacci on, it'll buy up to 1810, which is what you both were hollering, you and Kim. Why were y'all hollering that? Because Kim sees the Fibonacci at 1810.16. That's why I got the auto fib on to help me also with, okay, if I'm in a sale, by the way, I'm in a sale. I want to know to stay in this sale. Okay, how do I know that it's going to come back and get me and pick me up to come down to 1800 on gold? Well, I know it's going to at least come down to 1804 because that's where my 800 is. But I'm waiting on a Fibonacci to flip. Your Fibonacci is going to flip. That's why the auto fib is very important. It's going to flip and tell you which way the market should be going. Okay. So we're riding above the 50. We haven't dropped below the 50. My sale is not valid. I don't want anything unless Kim is saying, hey guys, I'm buying a 1 point to 1808. Why? Because it's at the 0.5 on the Fibonacci. Kim may say, I'm buying an 1808.74. Why? Because it's at the 0.618 on the Fibonacci. Those are magnet points for the Fibonacci, 618, 786, and then the 1618. That's my baby. I love her so much. The 1618 is at 1812.69. Right? That's where she'll pull away from the 50 fully, right? Which she has. She'll pull away from the 50, but now, and once she does that, she got to come back down. So she has to come back through the 3 fingers because they're going to spread again. When she buys again, they're going to spread again. So look at what she's doing. Now, I want you to watch. I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad we're kind of like teaching, not trading just for a minute, just so you can get where people jump in and out of the market. This is where you be like, oh man, it's selling. Oh man, that was a strong buy candle. This is where you lose all your money. Wait, be patient. Be patient, right? Be patient because it's got to come back through the 50. It's the mid. We already know the 50 is a magnet. It's no question. We always say the 50 is a magnet, right? But we don't know about that 200 and that 800.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we don't know that 200 and 800 are also super magnets. The 50 is a magnet, but the 200, 800 are super magnets. That's why you got to have them. Now, where are we opening up now? Are we almost opening up on the other side of the 50 for the sale? Yes, we open on the other side of the 50. Where is it going now? It's going to the 200. Right? That's where it's going now. So it is safe to say this sucker, look at it. What we got, 35 seconds? Wait on the next candle and really get your money, right? Wait on the next candle. Why? Because the next candle has to open on the other side of the 50. It can't open above the 50 now because it's so below the 50, it can't open above the 50. Look at the RSI. Dr. LA has it marked. It's a black line going through on her RSI, which telling me is below the 50, but I'm waiting on this next candle to open under the 50.
And when you're saying under the 50, you mean the
Like
red
that?
50.
Like that?
You mean the red 50. You're not talking about that black line on her chart. You're
I'm
talking
talking
about the red
both,
50
the
and
red
the 3.
50 and the black 50 in the MA.
Right. You can make it what color you want to. I
And
just
RSI.
made mine red.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I'm just using that as reference. I'm trying to make sure I'm seeing this right. So
but do you see this teaching that I'm doing today? I'm teaching it live, which means you're seeing it as I'm talking about it. What did I say? Wait for that next candle to open. And guess where it's going? Where is it going? Somebody please tell me.
to the blue line.
1801.18.
To the blue line. Why is it going there? Because it opened on the other side. Why else? Because Dr. LA marked a red arrow where the bottom out past the white goes. And what are we sitting on? A strong red flat top candle.
Look, and you know what I always like to do whenever people say whatever they want to say, it's always beautiful, but I always like to back test it, right? So the thing is like, okay, well, and I always say this, we'll see if I'm lying, right? So how can we check his accuracy? Look at where it's done it before. So my red candle here has broke out underneath the 50, right? My 50 is red. So I'm going to go look here again and see, okay, it broke out underneath the 50 here. Bam. Where did it go? To the red line. To the blue line, right? But if you look at these, they didn't break under here. They didn't come. But look at this one here. It broke underneath here. Where did it go? To the blue line. All right. Look at it again down here. And even if you got in here, it didn't move it in this move. It did pull back significantly, but it did come back down and hit that line. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's just cushion count right there.
Stay there for a second, Dr. LA. Stay at that one for a second. Okay. Where did it open up? Where did the last candle be? The second to the last candle. Where did that one open up?
But this one right here.
Nope. The one you just said about it hitting the blue.
It hit the blue?
Come back to the hump. The big right there. Right. That candle, that one right there. Yeah. Where did it open?
Underneath the red line.
Underneath the 50.
Yeah.
Right. So that's giving you the indicator that guess what? Blue line is imminent.
Yeah,
line
I'm
is
talking
down.
about this one right in here, though. See how this one went to TP2 and then it pulled back. I would have got out of this trade, but it pulled back. As soon as it came back over here, it closed over here. I'd have been like, no, I'm good. I'll wait for a re-entry. It pulled back hard, but it shot down hard. And that is one thing. This is gold that I noticed that gold does a lot is when gold pulls back hard, it goes in the opposite direction hard as well.
Yeah.
So it's worth it to hold it, but you have to cushion it
Mhm.
because if you didn't cushion, then you would have got blown out this trade.
Why am I trying to move your
Facts.
screen?
You want to? I can give you
No.
control of the screen.
No, it's good. I just, it's habit because it's on my screen. So I'm looking at like, oh, that's my screen. That ain't my screen.
But guys, you can always look back. And if you look back everywhere I see, it's look like about 90% of the time, right? If it closes underneath that red, well, why are we talking? I'm going to get my money. Even right here, it's pulling back. We know it's kind of consolidation hour, but we know it's probably going to come down here. 04.
Yeah, that 200 is a strong line, guys. It's a strong line. When you see that 200 pop up, that's the US 30 and that's the 50 and the 200. They always battle it out. So that's the 200. That's why I said you can buy it, you can sell it down to TP2, right? And then get out because it's already hit TP3.
Do you have a particular time frame that you're trading this on, or does this work on all of them?
I always go to the 1 minute to see where it is relative to where I'm getting in. The 1 minute gives me where I'm getting in the trade. The higher time frame tells me if I'm staying in that trade for whatever direction I see it going in. So if, like Kim said, gold, is selling, right? It's going to sell today. Well, gold is at a high on the 4-hour chart, is very high in the RSI. Now it hasn't hit my 7808 yet. So it still has some buy power in it. It can hit that 1810 that we talked about earlier, or even the 1812 before it decides to take a plunge. But Dr. LA just said, when it buys up hard, it sells hard. And when it sells hard, it buys up hard, right? And it does. So you can count on gold to keep doing consistent moves like that. It's very consistent. Now, every currency is not consistent like that. But your AJ, for instance, Sunshine, your AJ does that. AJ sold hard. Now what is AJ doing?
It's buying hard.
It left from 78. My support line was at 78.13. It's passed and went to my second level of resistance at 79.530. And it made it back into my daggone vector. It made it back into the vector. Right back.
Now, can we talk about something right quick here? Because I think this is an excellent time to go over the break and retest, because that's what should happen.
Yep.
What just happened. So
Yep.
Can you explain that to them so that they can be clear on that?
Yep. Okay, so you thought it was breaking out for the buy, didn't you? You thought it was play pimping, didn't you?
Play pimping.
It was play pimping.
Good morning, brother Isaiah. I see you turn your microphone on.
Good morning. Good morning. The teaching was so fabulous, and I just
you couldn't unmute your microphone.
Interrupt what was going on, but it is so good, so good to see y'all so early this morning and being taught how to win. Hey, y'all.
What's up, man? So
Isaiah, you missed the entire show this morning, bro.
Entire, bro.
I couldn't get in. I couldn't get in, man. I was calling the trades, man. But I promise you I'll be in tomorrow or the next day that y'all do it.
Go ahead, Yarnell. Continue.
I apologize.
No problem, man. Make sure you guys have the timer on. See how Dr. LA got the countdown timer? And if you don't have it on, just right click, and then it's in the options right there when you right click. Now, what's important now? Break and retest, right? It was selling. It broke for a 2 candle buy again. Now it broke again for the retest for 2 candles for the sale. Now what am I waiting on? I'm waiting on the next candle to open up under the 200. That's what I want. And that's not it. That's a consolidation candle. Okay. Now it could push down to 1805.595, right?
That's what you got. I got 1804. Wait a minute. Ooh, now it's moving. It's moving 1803. Anyway, keep going.
Okay, so
I
now
like how
what
it's changing.
I like it, but what do I want it to do now? Now I want it to open below the 100 to get me down to the blue.
Oh, Kim, is that what you were saying? That's what you're doing?
Yeah, like the levels on
Oh,
colors, I
okay,
take it
got
from one
it.
to the next because it's gotta go. It's gonna meet. It's gonna meet it. Oh, and by the way, I'm hitting on my zone. I just hit 3 times.
Oh, 1806 to 1807. That's Kim's
Yeah.
zone on gold.
I need to get that zone. Hold on, Kim. I don't have
AJ is in profit.
AJ is in
AJ is
profit.
in
Thank you.
profit.
Because I'm in AJ too on my other account.
What did US 30 ever buy up? Look at this sucker now I'm pushing.
US 30 still playing around. It ain't doing nothing but consolidating.
Mm-hmm.
So so with what I was talking about with this whole break and retest stuff, right?
Yeah.
This is where this is probably on colors, this is probably yellow right now.
Yeah, definitely isn't consolidated.
It's probably yellow because it's not giving you a buy or a sell. It's giving you Kim's 1 point move over and over again. It just hit 1807 and now it's coming back down to 1806, right? So it's playing in that zone in between the 50 and the 200, right? It's zoning. Look at it. It's crunched.
Shoot.
Okay. So you want to wait for it to either buy on the other side of the 50, right? For at least another point or two buy, or you want to wait for it to break under the 200 for a, how many pips is that? Under the 200 points for a 2-point sale.
Yeah, I'm in a sale. I'm waiting on a sale from
And-
1803 to 1801.18.
Hey, you guys, NAS keeps grazing or take profit. So get your money. Don't let it go out of profit. It just keeps grazing that area and it's starting to kind of consolidate. So wherever you see fit, get your money. All profits is good profits.
All right. So I hope that you guys fully understand, what I just explained and why it's important to not only mark up your charts, very, very important. Sunshine knows this. Everybody on this call knows this by now. It's very important to mark up your chart. But I'm using indicators now to help shape how I trade, right? Because even for me, I'm like, man, do I stay in this trade? Because, sometimes when you're wagering larger amounts, and you see that negative number pop up, you're like, okay, I'm getting out. But this will allow you to say whether or not to get out or stay in, right? Because you know that it's not going to go so far away from the 50 unless it's in a climb to ride the 50 up, and you'll see that move happening. You'll see the 50 turn, and you'll see the 50 start to move on an incline, and you'll see it bouncing, stair stepping. It did it already to the left. If you go left a little bit, Dr. LA, it did that ride up. Keep going.
Some more?
Right there. See how it rolled up to 50? Rolled, then it decided to drop. That's that incline. That's that spread. I like it to do that because now I know that my spread, 50, 200, 800, is spreading to make my 3 fingers so it can come down and save.
Do you guys see the 3 fingers now? Clear as day? Are we all clear on the 3 fingers?
That's my gang. Gang.
1, 2, 3.
You guys
Yes,
that we can't see, are y'all all right out there? Y'all see the 3 fingers?
fingers.
I like the
Yes.
3 fingers.
The 3 fingers.
Who was that?
AJ,
Very white.
yes.
Who was that?
That was Isaiah.
Lamont?
Isaiah hit
No,
your
it
high.
wasn't.
It was Lamont. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Oh, that was Lamont. What's up,
Hey,
Lamont?
Lamont.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey,
Golly.
where's Miss Wendy?
Oh,
Tell
she
her
was-
we love her.
She'll be back with us soon.
Okay.
Awesome.
AJ is really close to hitting take profit. Make sure you pay
Okay.
attention, get your money.
Got it. Isaiah, I want to thank you for giving a zone for a high and low range for silver. Why? Because I talked about it
and
this morning.
he gave it to us this morning. I said you was listening to Isaiah. I was so proud.
Yeah, 23.92. It hit it. It hit it. And I called it this morning based on what you had already given. Like,
Isaiah, don't act
beginning.
like you can't hear us talking, dude. But I
No,
swear
I-
to God, I would go crazy.
But you know I'm engaged.
He gave, I don't care what you engaged in, he gave you a compliment.
I know he did. I have to be humble. You know, that's so hard.
know that shade on you, bro. That was
good to
great.
see you, Dr. LA.
Nothing has changed with you.
I want you to keep up the gold for one reason, Dr. LA. I want them to see this next move on gold. I'm expecting it to open under the 200. That's where we're going to start shooting.
It's about to
Yes,
crash.
well, that's what I wanted to. Oh, look, here it come, here it come, here it
Well,
come.
it's
I'm still in my
playing.
goal. Wait, or did
It's
my
straddling.
TP hit?
It's
Because
straddling the fence.
well, let me see. As long as I'm in profit, I don't really care.
Yeah, it's straddling the
1805
fence.
to 1804 is the next zone.
What you say, Kim? The next zone is
1805 to 1804.
1805 to 1804. Okay, that looks about right. Now, what I do like, you know, a lot of these tools that are out there, and we know this is why I love colors, they do not update those numbers in real time because we know the market is consistently moving. So those TPs are changing, and that's what people don't understand, right? But look at that. Never mind, the money's coming.
AJ hit.
I like how this is moving. AJ hit. I like how
AJ
this
hit.
is moving, and it's changing the TP if you pay attention. Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing. You get your
Man,
paper,
I
or
was
you
on
can
with
increase your
Spiller.
accuracy.
Oh, wow.
Yesterday, I was on with Spiller. Oh my God, that gold trade was ridiculous.
You know,
We-
they be getting in them like month-long gold trades.
Man, Spiller had 8 positions open on gold.
I know that's right, but you can't help it. You gotta, you gotta discipline yourself. Because that's what I'm guilty of. I'm like, oh, I'm getting in here. Yep, okay, let's get in. I know the kid be taking multiple positions too.
See, I still want, this is what, but I want to show you guys surety in the trade. That's all I'm
I'm
I
sorry.
like
Y'all
that.
can take y'all can
Go
keep
ahead.
taking AJ for the buy to 79.70 yeah 701 79.701 for the buy.
Thank
And
you.
what I like about gold is gold does these creeps, right? Like gold is doing this pullback, but gold is getting ready to close underneath the 200. Yeah. I like how it pulls back and then it pushes, but it's not really doing anything but making lower lows. But it is definitely in that zone, right? And then Kim, you said, what was your new zone on gold? Was it a 5 to 6?
5 to 4 and 6 to 7 is in profit, and 6 to 7. If
Yeah,
anybody
on the
took that.
buy and
Trader's
then
frozen.
underneath, and that's kind of what Isaiah likes to do on the 50 with silver as well. And it's proven to be effective, guys.
Yeah, I like, but what I wanted to teach you guys today is the surety in the trade, okay? So gold did not open on the other side of the 50 yet. That's what I wanted to do. I mean, on the 200. I want gold now to open on the other side of either the 50 or the 200. It's straddling it. That's not good. Straddling is still consolidation and back and forth, which is good for us who are doing 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, like what Kim is giving us, right? 7667, 7667. It's doing it back and forth, right? But if you want that long drop or that strong buy, it needs to open on the other side of the 50 or the 200 at this point. Why? Because it's in between both. So when we see this sucker open up on the other side of the 200, I know my sale and that number that Kim gave for 1804, what was it, 1804 something, Kim? Was it 1804 flat?
That's for my zone,
Okay, so
but
with
for the
that,
sale is 1801.18.
oh, we right here. Okay, so if, oh, okay, I see where you at, 1801.18. Which, if gold comes down to my support line is at 1800.359, right? If gold comes down to support, then that's where it hit. And then the 261 is at 1799.74. So yeah, gold is playing right now, which we should be capitalizing at least a point off of 6 and 7. because Kim gave it to us. But I want you guys to notice when it decides it's going to open up on the other side, watch out. That sucker going to run. It hasn't opened up on the other side yet. And because the 50 and the 200 are so close, right? The three fingers is a far away apart. I think I told Sunshine this earlier. I said, I like when the three fingers spread apart, not when they're kind of close together. Remember, I gave my analogy, like two fingers like this and one like this. I like them to look like that. Why? Because that's my indicator that, oh yeah, this sucker finna run through all three of them. Right? When I see that type of spread, that perfect three finger setup, and it hits support, oh man, I mean resistance, yeah, get ready for the move. Okay. So that's it. That's all I got.
Very
Hopefully you guys
helpful.
got
I
something out of
like
that.
it. I think it's very clear. Does anybody have any questions? Would you like to type them in the chat, or you can unmute? We want to definitely make sure that, you know, we get it. We want to make sure you get it too.
Thanks, Chef.
You're so very welcome.
Yarnell.
So when the three fingers are all together, we don't do the same thing. We wait until they're spread, or
No, I don't. When the three fingers get together, now you're looking for a move for the ride on the 50. If the 50 crosses, let me show, go back the other way, Dr. LA, for me. Keep going. Yeah, keep going. Right there. See where the three fingers. Oh, matter of fact, go to the run up. Go to the left where it ran up. Right there. Okay, let's look at. Okay, see where the three fingers spread. Now the 50 is below. Look at the 50 now. The 50 is the low man. This is what I was talking about. This is perfect. So this is the reversal, guys. Now the 800's at the top. The 200's in the middle. The 50's on the bottom. Now what does it do? It ran up through all three. Okay, and then they crossed. Right, the two EMAs crossed, the 50 and the 200. They call that the golden cross. The 50 and the 200 crosses, that's the golden cross. And then it just rolled to 50. It rolled to 50, right? And then look at another cross. There's another cross right at under the alert sign. Go back right where the cross is, right here, right under the arrow where it says replay. Go down from that arrow and you see another cross. Now the 50 switched. Yeah, the 50 switched. Now it's back on top again because the 50 rolled and it went right below the 200. Then it went right back above. And what happened? It ran up again. Okay. Now look at gold. Gold right now opened above the 50. Where did it go? It went 1807. Now gold has the ability to run up to 1809 again. See that brick?
Consolidation hour though.
Yeah, man. But I like how you
can. No, it definitely can run up.
Every candle. You can almost count every candle when you got this setup, this configuration.
Okay. Right there. We're supposed to go to 1810. So let's see what she wants to do. Okay, I get it. Anybody else? Isaiah, you were gonna ask a question?
Yeah. Now, your three fingers is similar to that of the three little humps, because I was like in between stuff. So it's like the three little.
No, it's the three lines: the 50, the 200, and the 800. So this red line is the 50, the green is the 200, and the blue is the 800.
And that's on Dr. Alay's chart. On when you actually download, when you go to DeLorean EMA, it's like a blue, like a light blue color, gray, and dark blue.
Right here. There it is, like that.
See that? And look at that silver. That silver, what chart is that? 1 minute?
No, this is on the 4-hour chart from when you had me look at it earlier.
Oh, okay. So yeah, silver.
So silver on the 1 minute. Oh, well, it's not bad.
I don't see three fingers.
With the three fingers, these three lines represent, three fingers being spread apart. Guys, show him your three fingers.
I like that. 3
And
fingers.
it's riding above the 50 right now.
So that
Yeah.
means eventually it's about to drop through those three, right?
Oh, yes.
True.
Because they're
Yeah.
spreading apart perfectly right now, and it's riding up. It's riding up the 50,
Right.
right? So it's bouncing, going right up to 50. And the 1618 is at 24.01. So it can very well hit the 1618. Those 3 fingers are going to spread like this, and then it's going to turn around. Look at the RSI. So what I'm saying is, now let's put all 3 together. 3 fingers, RSI, Fibonacci. 3 fingers are spreading. RSI for a silver can hit 79.56 or just a little lower, right? So 3 fingers spreading, RSI, and then the Fibonacci at 1618. So I'm looking at, okay, it can possibly go to that level because right now it's nothing stopping it. Right now, nothing is stopping it from going to the 1618. But when those 3 fingers widen up just a little bit more and spread, and that hits the top of the RSI, you can look for it to hook down. And if it opens on the other side of the 50, you can count on it going to the 200. If it opens on the other side of the 200, it's going down to the 800.
Wonderful.
I like it.
So this lets you know I'm in a buy, man. Do I get out to buy? No, because if you got in the buy down at that first, where those 4 sell candles are, those strong 4 sell candles, that's where you got in at. I'm just using that as an example. It's 4 strong red candles on the far left of the screen. If you got in your buy there and it rolled up, now you want to wait till if it opens on the other side, then you can get out. Or if you're comfortable with your profits, you can get out.
Yeah.
Right. But
Yep.
that's where you set your stop loss in profit. You ain't got to worry about it then. Set your stop loss in profit. You don't have to worry about it.
Look at Sunshine Friend. Oh, well, look at your 3 fingers is spread.
Look at go.
So you saying when the 3 fingers are spread like this, get ready for it to drop.
Oh, yes.
I think that was
And
a
look at the
little tip that
RSI.
we was missing.
Exactly. Exactly. Lamont, look at the RSI.
RSI.
And we want to see her come through. So we want to see if she's going to continue to come through. I think it's very, very clear for the sale. I think the buy, your best advantage is when it drops down on that buy to that 800 and it comes back up.
But the buy is going to flip. Okay, it always flips at a junction. So if you go, it's already been buying. That's the whole point. It's been buying. It flipped already, and now it's spreading.
Right, but I mean in relation to like where is it on the 3 fingers, if that kind of makes any sense.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Okay.
because like for a visual person, like I get clearly, okay, I want this to sell and come through my fingers, right? And
Yep.
these are my TPs. But for a buy that's above the 50, it doesn't give me the same clarity as my TPs. Like the sale, the TPs are very clear. And if it drops down here and it buys back up from the 800, then the TPs are very clear. But if it's buying above the 50, for a newer trader, they're going to be wondering where do they take their profit? You see
Okay,
what I mean?
guess
Does
where?
that make sense?
Guess where?
Mm,
Support and resistance.
right. Well, we know
Okay.
that, but I'm thinking from the mind of a new trader.
And from
Versus
the
this is, to me, this is just crystal clear for a new trader.
and gold did it,
On
by
the
the
sell
way.
and buy up. Gold did what?
Gold opened on the other side of the 200.
Over on the 200. We were waiting for that, right? We knew she was
Yeah.
going to push and pull.
Oh, it's going to go
Because
down.
I'm in the sale with you, Chef.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm going to sell to that down here, honey.
Yeah, let's go.
And
But
I'm about to, but that's the thing I love about gold, and you just have to do it appropriately, is you can get in both ways
Exactly.
all day long. All day long.
Without your margin being all jacked up.
Exactly. As long as your margin isn't jacked up, you're going to hit both ways.
now let's go back to the new trader thing you were talking about, support
Yeah.
resistance.
Yep.
All right, new traders have to mark up their charts first. Before they even get into 50, 200, 800, they need to mark up support and resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's first and foremost, guys. That don't slip, don't sleep. I'm marking up support and resistance. Why? Because now I know that my Fibonacci is playing into my support and resistance. A lot of times it's on my line.
Mhm.
The Fibonacci, a lot of times is right now, for instance, on gold. The Fibonacci is at 1806.22. My line is at 1805.59. I'm okay with either one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm okay with either one.
So for our newer traders, when we're saying marking up support and resistance, this is where we're putting our lines in. This is where the market is coming, and then it's coming to a halt. Okay. It's easier for you to do this as a new trader if you switch your candles to lines, and then you're just basically going to put your line at the pivot, and you want to do it on a higher time frame. And these will serve as your take profits, these black lines. I hope that helped.
I have a question.
Go ahead. Who's that, Nakia?
Hi everyone. Is it okay to
Morning.
use the fib instead of the support and resistance if you're using auto fib?
Yarnell?
I'm sorry.
I think that's a matter of preference, but go ahead. But
give me
isn't that what
completely
Kim
stopped.
just said? Kim was saying earlier that auto fib helped you a lot, right?
Everything. I've completely stopped because my lines were right at the fib. So I just use the auto fib right now.
Okay.
How do we
Okay.
add
I've
that
been
one?
using-
We just press auto fib.
Yep. Go to
What I
indicators.
do
and auto
do,
fib.
I love my golden ratio. So anything golden, Chef, give it to me because I like that golden cross.
Extension or retracement, Kim and Chef?
Extension.
Extension.
Yeah, I got too many indicators, huh?
And then I want to go
Use
back to
them
your
all, though.
question, because now you got my undivided attention. Now you didn't have it at first because I was like trying to figure out where I was in my trade. So I'm back. Let's go with your question.
All right. So now Nakia was asking, is it better to do support and resistance or do an auto fib extension?
Both.
I have added the auto fib extension. And so is this, and I've never used this before. So I just want to be clear. Thank you, Nakia, for asking that question, and then just make sure they answered it though. So if I'm looking at the auto fib and I've added this, Kim, so this means that I'm not going past right here, which is 15380. Is that correct?
Right. It's a line of resistance. And if it breaks above that, it's going to the next to that 1.6.
Oh, and then this will kind of be with Sunshine loves to tell us is there's no stopping it. Yeah.
Right.
So if it breaks above this line, then it's for sure more than likely going to go up here to 415. And I probably just want to test that. Let me go to a higher time frame. Did my auto fib go away? Looks like it.
Normally it doesn't.
No.
It
No, it
shouldn't.
doesn't.
Anyway.
It didn't go, or did I do? Oh, it's just down. Well, why is it only down here? Why it's not up here?
That's where, just leave it where it is. It's going to do
From
it
the
all.
high to the low.
And it's telling you now on the higher time frame, it's going to sell.
I don't get that. I don't see where, other than my common sense, but based off of the.
Okay, let's go with 3 fingers and the fib. What
I
is
see the
about
3 fingers. Oh, because the auto retracement is below. Is that why it's telling me that? Okay, so that's why I was saying, why didn't it move up here?
Yeah, because it's not on a higher
See,
time.
so that kind of goes back to what I'm saying for a new trader. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because we're using our prior knowledge, and we can look at this without anything on it and determine direction of travel. But somebody who's looking at it and they're trying to figure out a take profit. But yeah, especially the RSI ain't that high. Sunshine, unmute, baby. Does that make sense? I'm just saying, like, Kim, what's your theory?
Kim,
I mean,
Kim,
I still call myself a new trader.
Well, I'm
So-
not saying that you're not a new trader, but I'm saying based off of your experience. Well, you ain't new like a newbie, is what
that's
I'm talking
funny because
about.
I still call myself a new trader too.
Oh my
Kim.
God, Holy Spirit, help me take the wheel. That's what I'm
AJ took-
saying. I'm
AJ
saying a
took
person
profit.
that, okay, congratulations, AJ took profit. I'm talking a person who does not know what the word Fibonacci retracement, okay? But you know what that means. I'm sorry. The average person, they don't know what that means.
So for a
Fib
new
extension.
trader, yes, it's better to do your own.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
okay.
for a new trader, they cannot identify their take profit on here. They can't. Not for the buy, for the sale, they can. Unless I'm missing something.
They can't unless you're doing support and resistance.
Exactly. So I just want to clarify that. Nakia, let's come back to you. But what I did like about this is that I like how this is in essence, if we're clear, This is saying that this thing is going to sell because the Fibonacci retracement is at the bottom. Am I interpreting that correctly?
You are, but let me caution you.
Yep.
The Fibonacci retracement moves with what the market's doing. So that can flip into a buy in another 20 minutes.
Got you. It moves in
Okay?
real time.
It does move. That's why I like the auto fib, because it's not sticking you into one direction of the market's turns, right? But what I like about the EMAs, they're telling you, yes, the market has to come back and hit me. The market has to come back and see me. I am the 200 EMA. I am the 800 EMA. I have to be touched by the market again. That's why we're gonna make money on gold, because gold opened up on the other side of the 200, leading us to the EMA.
Mine should have. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me take some money.
That's why we're gonna make money on gold, boo. Yes.
Yes, baby. Yes.
And listen, this is trading in confidence, guys. That's all this is now. This sauce right here is where you trade in confidence, where you're confident. You no longer have to be like, is it? Unless news, pay attention to the news, because news will flip it. Okay.
I like the three fingers. I think the three fingers are very clear. Now you got my brain thinking about the Fibonacci retracement, but I don't know. Nakia, did that answer? Nakia, did they clarify your question? I know I kind of was like, wait a minute.
I want to hear the question again, though, honestly, Nakia.
I was asking about the Fibonacci retracement, but the one that I saw on your screen was the Fibonacci extension. And aren't those two different things?
No, I picked the retracement.
Look at what yours says. It says extension.
Oh,
and it looks different from mine.
Okay, sorry guys.
I use the Fibonacci extension.
Right.
I asked you guys which one did y'all tell me to use.
No, click the retracement. Click the retracement. I want to show you something.
Okay, the difference.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all throughout.
Yeah.
This is showing your highs and your lows, though.
But guess what?
That might be a little easy.
The retracement tool is showing where it retraces, where the market.
I see your triangle. Is that your triangle?
Yes, it is, my dear. That's a reverse triangle.
Yeah.
And guess what it has to do? It has to come back to the base of the triangle. Where is that? At the bottom of my three fingers.
Okay,
is the base of the wait. Is the base of the triangle at the bottom of your three fingers, or is it the base of the triangle, this gray line right here?
The gray line, but it's going to go to the bottom of my three fingers, because
but the bottom of the three fingers is right here, right?
Yeah, but it's within the triangle. My three fingers are inside.
Oh, I see.
Of the
I get it. It's further. Yep. Got it. Now,
so
let's go back to Nakia. So Nakia, were you saying, is it better to use the extension or the retracement? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, because I've been using the retracement.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna tell you like this, Nakia, if it either one, both work. Both work and both move. Right. And what I want you to do, I want you to go look up Fibonacci retracement, Fibonacci extension. They have the definition of both, so you can see what each one does. Don't listen to me, read it, and it's going to tell you the difference between the two.
I'm telling you now, I like this one better. Because I like the high and the low of this, and I like the fact that I can see the triangle clear today. But look, like you said,
it moved. See that?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it did it right there before your very eyes.
Can we look at NAS?
I still like this one. This
on
is
the
NAS,
1 minute chart. On the 1 minute chart. Is this? Yes. Is this the setup for the three fingers for a sale?
No, yeah, because they got to close.
Yeah, that's a setup for a three finger. It's open on the other side all day.
Yeah, it's already.
It's a setup to go to the 200. Yes,
you're saying it's open because
it's already closed.
On the other side. They open below the 50. All those candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a doji.
No, all of them open on the other side of the 50. That's what matters.
Okay, I was looking for how can she closed.
So now I'm looking for it to hit the 200. That's what I'm looking for it to hit. I'm looking for it to hit the 200, regardless of where my Fibonacci is right now, because
but I would switch these candles. to regular candles if we're gonna look at it like that.
Oh, well, just watch the magic happen, my dear.
Okay, well, there's a zone for
me
NAS at
see.
at 15,360 to 15,350. It's coming back to my zone again, and my zone would be within the 3 fingers.
Yeah, it is.
We killing it on gold, by the way. Everybody's in profit.
And nice profit, baby. And
Everybody's in
nice
profit on gold. Whoever got
profit.
gold. And look where it's sitting.
And it's
right at the
coming
200.
right. And like I said, that pullback, what number pullback, it comes through.
Yeah.
Based on
But
the
listen,
research. Yeah.
But listen, guys, this was trading in confidence. This all I want you to do is be confident in your trade and know why, right? This sucker dropped below the 50, then it went below the 200. That was our indicator saying it's going to the 800. That was the indicator.
Yeah.
Just wait for the open. Don't be anxious for nothing. Dr. LA says this all the time. Be anxious for nothing. Just wait. Just wait and be patient. I'm telling you.
Before you drop this, the auto fib, 3 fingers, the break and retest, I was feeling like Miss Sophia. I was feeling low. I was feeling mighty bad.
So Chef,
Yes.
Now the retracement Fibonacci move. Does the extension also move?
They both move.
Okay.
Any auto moves automatically. That's what it's for. If you don't do the auto, you're going to set up the Fibonacci yourself and be like, if you haven't taken any of those Fibonacci classes that we were given early on, Dr. Elliott was given, I think, who was that teaching that class?
Brandon.
Brandon was teaching early on. Look, guys, let's go.
Bam!
Let's
hit
go.
My TP. Hit my
Let's
TP.
freaking
Hit
go.
my TP. That was beautiful.
Listen, trading in confidence, man. I'm loving it. Listen, 3 fingers gonna work all day long, guys. 3 fingers you just gotta wait for the setup. Wait for the setup. Be patient. I'm telling you, man. I'm overjoyed because you got to see it for everything that I said about it. You got to witness it and see it do everything that I said. Whether you have Fibonacci on, whether you have support and resistance on, if you got those 3 fingers set up and it goes below those EMAs, guys, it's going to hit the next EMA. It's going to do it. Test it, back test it all day. That's how I did it. I kept looking, I couldn't understand it because Tyrone was trying to explain it. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Well, it didn't hit that Tyrone. It didn't hit there. It did blah, blah, blah. Y'all know me. I got to study in this thing. And look what it does. Bam. Now it's bouncing off of the 200. Now what do we got to do? How long do we have to wait before we decide if it's buy? How long?
2 doji and 2 candles? I don't know.
2 candles, first of all. It doesn't always doji. Most of the time it does. But guess what? We got the hook. Dr. Lay, remember when we first trading, guys? We say, did anybody catch the hook?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you got the hook with a buy. What am I waiting on? Now, I want to caution you one other thing. When you see it moving very slow in the RSI, go in that direction. But when you see it moving fast in the RSI, just wait. It's going to come back the other way. So if this shoots up through the RSI really fast off of 2 or 3 candles, you know that's a fake out. Right? But if it takes its time to get through the RSI, it's going that direction. Okay. Now we got 2 candles. We got 2 candles that bought up. We got one sitting on the one at the 1804.48. Perfect in the Fibonacci, right? Above the 200. Look to the left. What did it do when it popped above the 200? It bought up, it retested, then it bought up. So I'm waiting on the retest. I want to see if it's going to retest. I'm not getting excited about this buy yet because I want to see if it's going to retest.
It's in my zone.
It's in your zone. And that's what I'm sitting up here looking at because the zones are labeled clearly as well.
Man, my nerves get bad when I start seeing action like this, man. I'm telling you, because I'm like, oh, that look good. Oh, that's so good.
It do, but you could have bought to the 1805 though, right? Because that is very clear.
You're very clear. But guess what? Listen what I'm telling you. You got 2 candles. Typically, from a hit on a Fibonacci, from a hit on one of the EMAs, it's 2 candles.
Mm-hmm.
Always going to be 2. Always 2. Always 2 candles. Always. Okay. So you could have very well said, okay, guys, I'm gonna set up for the buy. Right? I'm gonna set up for the buy because now it's the 800 is low. It's low. All right, the 800 is it. But what can also happen? My 1618 on my auto fib, I got the extension. My 1618 is at 1802. So I'm going to wait. I'm gonna wait. Why? Because it can retest. I'm waiting for it. Now it's breaking. I'm waiting for the retest. I'm telling you, this is going to make you a smart trader by waiting on what the move is. It's going to make you a smarter, more confident trader. Just wait on the move. You know it's going to break and retest. It does it every single time. Look to the left. It sold. It did 2 candles and then it sold again. Did a fake out. Sold again. Now it got 4 candles for a buy, right? Up towards the 50 on the RSI. I'm still waiting because if it don't break above that 50, I'm not getting it. Because now it's got to fight with the 50 and the 200 to break above them. So this is where you say, all right, do I really need to get that little pip between now and the 50 and the 200, or should I wait for it to hit the 50 and the 200, break, retest, come back down to the 800? Or do I wait for it to go above and open up on the other side of the 50 or the 200, right? It looks like the 200 is above. So now I want that candle to open above the 200. Now I'll buy it up right back to that black line, 1807.633. That's how
I
you
get it. I like this. I think this is very, very helpful. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you very much, Pip Master. We've been chefed. Any questions? Okay, guys, I think we'll continue with this. I do want us all to do some research on the Fibonacci extension and the Fibonacci retracement, but definitely we see where the extension is going above and below, and the retracement is the pullback, which is by definition, right? But use whichever one works best for you. But I do like this. I like this a lot. Any questions about that or any comments you guys want to add? I think this was very helpful. Great way for us to come back live and get a fresh little start of something that we can use. And gold and silver is the perfect thing to do this on, guys.
It is. Now, Dr. LA, do me one more favor.
Yes,
Go
sir.
to the US 30 1-minute chart. I want to show y'all this last
30 dirty, US 30 dirty.
No, just use one of your ones you already have up. Like you had gold up or silver. I want to use that same setup you already had.
No, I don't want to mess up my chart.
No, you won't. You won't. Go back to like gold or silver and type it on one of those.
No, don't
please
me.
Just go to one of your gold or silvers.
But if I do, then I don't want to lose.
No, you won't. You ain't gonna mess it up. I promise you. Just type US 30 in there. No, just type US 30 on the screen. Amen.
I must trust you.
Boom. Perfect. Guys, 3 fingers are not set up yet. Why? Because they're too tight. So guess where US 30 is going? To buy.
Oh, I like that. I like your thinking, my brother.
You see it?
Yeah, it's gonna buy here, and then I wanted to buy here.
Yes.
Up to the 1.6.
Yes. Where I gave you that 35,440 or whatever I gave you for the TP. Yeah. Yes. It ain't 3 fingers ain't set up. It ain't even.
I've been chefed.
It's just riding. They're riding, right? They're riding the 3 fingers right now, right? And at 50 is on top where you want it. If you look at it, look how tight they are. They're all tight right now. Why? Because go left. Let me show you where they widened up and moved. Right there. The 3 fingers open and it bought. Boom, boom, boom. They crossed. Now let's slide to the right.
But this
all right, now they're starting to open up. Now they're starting to open up. And guess what? It's going to go up to at least 35,440 or at least 35,441 because my resistance is at 35,440. The Fibonacci's at 35,441. I'm 1 point away from the Fibonacci with my already marked up chart.
Oh, you riding all the way up here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Why? Because look at the RSI. Now, my RSI I have 77.16, 83.66, and 89.76. Why do I have 3? Because the freaking US 30 decides on what day it's going to go to my yellow line, my pink line, or my gold line. It decides on that day. Most of the time it hits 83.66 and then it's done. It's exhausted to come back down for the sale, then it buys, then it sells. Today, it's not even at the 80 yet. It's not even at my 30, my 70. So I'm waiting on it now. It's looping. Look at it. It hooked. Don't be afraid of that. It hooked. It's got to go up and hit 70, and it's going to go into the white because look up underneath it. This is sunshine. Guys, ain't nothing stopping it. That's
Sunshine, I think these lines will help give you some time too on all those lines, boo-boo.
Man, look, y'all, listen. If I ain't giving you no sauce today, this is the sauce.
This is the sauce, and we're going to focus on this for the week. I like it. Guys, you like it? Has it been helpful?
This is how you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now you can mark. Now, where are we going? What's Dr. L.A., could you slide to the right just a little bit?
Slide to the right. Which right?
Yeah, the other way.
The
other
other
way.
right. Okay.
Y'all see it buying, by the way, okay? I ain't gonna stop.
You know that's my left, but you're right. Okay.
Yeah. All right, now I want you to mark, bring the screen down a little bit. Just bring it down below.
I really wish you would take control of the screen.
I know you do.
I can give you control, huh?
I'm almost done though. I'm almost done. Okay, now draw a horizontal line on those high wicks to the left.
This one right here?
Those high wicks to the left. The high ones. Yep, right there. Drop a line. Yeah. Okay, 35,433. Okay, 433. Now you're going to watch the US 30 hit that. That might be a level of that might be a brick wall, okay, before it busts through to hit the 1618. Okay, that's your brick wall. So you want to pay attention to that brick wall, and you want to monitor your RSI at this point. Why do I know it's going to buy? Because it hasn't hit my 70 in the RSI. It's at 66. Why do I know it's going to buy? Because my 3 fingers are turning up. My 50 is turning up. They're finally starting to spread. So my 50, my 200, they're going to ride up, and then they're going to spread and open 3 fingers. And then it's going to hit my level of resistance, turn around, sell, come back through my 3 fingers again, and keep playing that game. Telling you guys, you can do this on almost any one, but I like it on my indices and my gold and silver. I really love it on because they do it. Just please back test it. If you ain't doing nothing else better, back test it for yourself so you can see that this is the move, and your support and resistance matters. Why? Because it's sitting in between support and resistance right now. My support is at 35,353. All right, that's one of the highs I gave y'all. I gave y'all that time and time again. 35,353, that was a high predicted on 2 July. Okay. Now it's going to 35,413, which is its median. That's in the middle. And then the next move is 35,440. Why? Because that's where it's comfortable at in the RSI as well as on my Fibonacci. So I'm strictly going off of what I see and what's going on my screen. I can't do this from my phone, but I definitely can do this from my computer. So what was I? Was I fearing that it was going to go into a hard sell? Nope, not at all. I'm not fearing that. Look at it. Fake out. Why is it a fake out? Because it hasn't hit my 70 on my RSI. It's got to hit it. It's got to hit it. At this point, it has to hit it because of what it's doing and what's below it. The 50, the 200, 800 are pushing it up. They're helping it, right? Think of those things as a helper, right? Once they help it get up to a certain level, they're going to open up and give you them 3 fingers. And they're going to tell you guys, here we come. We're coming down for the sale, at least first to the first one, 50. Oh, I opened up below the 50, 200. I opened up below the 200, 800. I'm done. Let me chill out and wait for it to break and retest for the buy. Come on, y'all. Come on, somebody. Gold did it. Gold did it. Gold already broke. Gold is above the 200. I mean, above the 50. Gold is going to buy up now. Gold is ready to buy. I'm telling you, man, this is it. This is the lick.
I'm ready for a sale from 1808 to 1810.
Let's go with it. Let's go with it.
All right, y'all feel good about that?
Yes.
Fuzzy.
Always wait for it to open on the other side. Gold needs to open on the other side of the 200 for me to believe the full buy. Right now it's between the 50 and the 200 again. Gold needs to open on the other side of the 50 of the 200. It needs to open on the other side of the 200. I can't say that enough, right? If it opens on the other side of the 50, it's going to sell back to the 800.
So where's gold at right now? 1805. We know that gold, guys, is going, it's playing in here.
It's in between
18.6. Look at that right here.
And I'm okay.
Yeah, but
with
I like looking at it with the 3 fingers and the extension. I like it. I like it. Because you can scalp right up in here. I told you 1806 is the entry on gold.
See, even though gold just did that, I don't believe it. Why don't I believe it? Because it didn't open on the other side. It opened in the middle of my 200. It didn't open on the other side. Pay attention to that. Don't get excited.
What? Another thing too, I'm realizing now that you're talking about an opening versus a closing. And that's a big difference as well.
Yep.
Because we're normally looking for a closing.
Right. You look for a closing. Only reason why I look for the opening is because the opening gives me the truth.
Isaiah, did that last buy hit?
No, because it
just dropped another one.
Yeah, because it's closer to 88.90, and then it's going to buy up. That's what I'm suggesting.
I think we better hold up.
Well, it's close. It's on the 50, and it's at 88 right now, 290. So you're going to go 290 first before you get to 93, 95.
Gotcha. And then back to what Chef said as well about this one. This is a break and retest, isn't it? And about it opening. See, I need to fix that yellow line.
Now it's opening on. See, that opened on the other side of the 200. So that this particular one.
You see I have to take the colors we're not using off, so that my eyes are trained to see what I'm looking at.
Now we got a gold buy coming.
Yeah, but what?
A gold buy.
You got to go buy.
I didn't hear you.
It opened on the other side of the 200.
200, yeah.
And I still want one more candle to open after that. I want one more candle to open above this because this is a doji, so it can consolidate. Even though it opened above, I want one more. I want a body candle now. I want a body cam.
You want the body candle to close?
I want the body candle to open like it just did. That is your body.
See, because we're used to it closing, and I just realized that he's saying opening, if that makes any sense. Yeah. And that's why with the Hakanashi, that's why I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, but then now I see what you're saying. You're talking about opening. Because remember when it was going below, I was like, but those are dojis. So let's see what you're saying now, because you're looking at the opening where the candle is concerned, but I can physically see it. Even so, if you were straight scalping and you had the extensions, ladies and gentlemen, you would know where to go. Exactly. And that's what I wanted for new traders, for them to be able to see on that buy and sell. Okay, this is how you can scalp and get in and get out. And I think it's very clear. Yep.
Awesome.
Is your brains on overload?
They should be.
It's all good.
Just
got
remember
the recording,
open.
so I'll upload everything. I think that was really, 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 really good. And yes, the opening look, and he's right there it is again.
Listen, what did I tell you? I want y'all to. This should be now. It's going to be a no-brainer for you.
I'm feeling it. No brain. God knows I don't have that many brain cells. So thanks.
Now you're going to be confident though. You're going to be confident in that trade because you're like, oh, it opened as a flat bottom on the other side of the EMA. It opened there.
I think